Such a double standard.
Okay, so
such a
that's
double
not a double
standard.
Wow.
Such a double. It's the definition of double standard.
That wasn't just a travel, that was a vacation.
Because we already know who's gonna win. Roommates. That's pretty much it. We don't have a chance of that shit.
Who guarded me?
In all honesty, you have to be blatantly unaware to spend millions of dollars every single year.
For all the people that got tired of seeing my face in 2005, 25, 45, and 65, you're gonna keep seeing it.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Welcome into this edition of Road Trippin. Allie, Clifton, Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye here in the LA studios. Kendrick Perkins will be joining us in just a minute. But before we get into a fun show for you all today, we're going to start with some fun, exciting news. Our editor, one of our editors, Frank Depolito, who has actually been through so many iterations of Road Trippin with us, he and his wife welcomed a new baby girl to their family, Madison Catherine Depolito.
Congratulations.
And look, I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the details because the only detail should be baby Madison, but they're watching Road Trippin.
Of course.
He's not playing Marvel Rivals.
Marvel.
Shout out. You and Frank always said that.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my
You
guy,
and Frank
dog.
always said that. Congratulations. That is amazing. I don't know if it is by design, but he's a big Rangers fan, named after Madison Square Garden. His wife is probably not going to like that, but it was a little fun back and forth that we had with Frank.
I think
before
Madison's a great
podcasts.
name.
Madison's a great name. I know
Great
some
name.
awesome
Great name.
Madisons.
Maddie, call her Maddie.
Mad Dog.
Mad Dog, love that too.
Mad dog.
Shout out to you, Frank, and congratulations. Hopefully everything's going smoothly. All right, we're going to dive in straight to our Straight Trippin' segment, and we're going to start with Desmond Bain. Trippin'? Was he trippin'? You love this. Was he trippin' when he launched the basketball at OG Anunoby like a baseball? Let's look at the clip.
Please show the clip.
Oh my! I'm actually seeing this for the first time.
Dog, it is so funny.
What would you do if somebody did that to you?
I fight.
Okay.
But
there we
it
go.
is so funny.
Yeah,
You have to do something,
What
but
would,
it
what,
is
what
so
would you do?
funny.
What would you do?
Richard, why do I feel like you would be the person that does
You
that?
am doing exactly what I would do.
I don't play like that.
I would do exactly
What
what,
would-
OG did. Like
Okay.
now, I would probably be more.
You'd be more mad than
Yeah,
OG
I'd be more
was?
mad, but
because OG didn't
I'm
see
not
it.
here.
OG didn't see
OG.
like the whole like
the whole
context.
thing. Still,
So
listen,
what would
don't
you-
get
what-
that.
no, I'm asking you.
That's not the point.
I'm asking,
I
what would
did
you
not.
do?
No
What-
one did it to me.
The point-
No one did it to me. So I am looking, and that shit is funny.
I'm just
Desmond
letting y'all
Bain
know
is a
before
troll.
we came on, it was a little spicy in here, and it certainly carried
No,
over.
is he being a dick for that? Yes. Do I think it's funny? Absolutely, because it didn't happen to me.
Such a double standard.
Okay, so-
such a
That's
double
not a double
standard.
standard.
Such a
Wow.
double standard.
Wow.
It's not
Such
a double
du-
standard.
It's the fucking definition of double
Isn't it
standard.
crazy when it happens to you?
Yeah, no, it's a double standard. Everybody's so it's funny when it's a double standard on you.
And same with you.
Yeah, 100%.
And guess what, Richard?
But I own it. Everybody else is like, oh no, it's funny if it happens to him. It's not funny if
Richard,
it happens
I'm
to
not
me.
playing basketball anymore, so that will never happen to me. While I was playing, that
you
never
guys,
happened to
You guys, was he tripping?
me. Oh, he was tripping, but that
Was
was
he
funny.
tripping, Richard?
I
The NBA thought he was. They fined him $35,000. How would you react though if it happened to you
Richard, fight.
in today's day? Like when you Boston Tea Partied, who was that during that game?
Boston Tea Party. What do you mean, teabagged?
Terry
We were-
Rozier.
Yeah, when
Cheers,
you did
Terry
that.
Rozier. Shout out Terry
Terry's
Rozier.
awesome.
Good
Put
luck.
it in reverse, Terry.
So that is equivalent.
Yeah, I
essentially
teabagged
to-
David Lee. I teabagged him.
If someone did that to you,
No one would dare do that to me.
they wouldn't throw a basketball at your head like a baseball.
No,
It wasn't his head, it was more his leg.
both of them. Let's put it this way: both of them led to altercations, right? Like Terry Rozier was,
Did it?
Terry
can't
Rozier was
remember.
upset, threw the ball away. I knew what I did. That's why I walked away. Like, I don't know what's going on
And
here.
then got on an airplane, recorded Road Trip, and just hilariously laughing
And
about it
then
all.
with David Lee, he knew what I was doing. I was trying to side saddle him, right? And so he was upset about it, and I was like, "Hey, I don't know what's going on
Can we
here."
go back to the clip though?
This is why
No,
you
it's
say
not-
people wouldn't do it to you because you were the dunker.
No, but this is what I'm saying. If you're going to do those type of things, you better be ready for like
The retaliation.
the retaliation response.
Here's my thing. Okay, Richard, look.
No.
What? I just want to know what made him do that.
No, he was being an asshole. He grabbed the ball and threw it, and he wasn't falling out of bounds.
I
He
know,
wasn't-
but listen, that in all of basketball, have you ever seen that? I have never seen that in all of basketball. Something must have happened to play before.
You know
or
why?
to play before
because
that.
in the old days, they used to just throw fists.
Yeah, fisticuffs.
They said, fuck
Okay.
the basketball.
Okay.
Okay, Richard, my point is, I want to know
give me the basketball analysis as a NBA player and NBA champion. When you see this, yes, there's humor to it. It's funny.
For sure.
Let's talk about the actual play and what Bane did and why he got fined $35,000.
Right.
When you say in all of basketball, you've never seen
I'm
it
saying,
before.
why did he do this? I have never
because
seen.
we haven't seen the clip as to what led up to it. Or we
Yeah,
haven't- we
like
didn't-
there's
you
no
know-
way Bane just goes, you know what?
and so-
Here's this, here's you.
Obviously, he was clearly frustrated with the game or something
Yeah.
going on. in the
So
moment.
why does it have to be something? Why can't he just be in a bad mood? Why can't he just
Richard,
be
I have
getting cooked?
never seen that in all of my years.
So why are you validating? Let's
I'm
talk
not
about the
validating
play.
it. Dude, the play is fucked up. I'm not validating it. It's so out of pocket.
Is
It is so
Desmond
out of pocket.
Bain an underrated troll?
I don't know.
Yeah, he do be doing some kind of suspect stuff sometimes.
Yeah, see this is the difference.
We're looking at another one, and what is this one?
If you do though, now if you have a habit of that twice, I know that it is not you're doing it on purpose. He basically threw the ball at him.
Yeah.
If you do that twice, that means that everybody in the league should be aware that this is what
sure,
he
that
does.
now,
and
yeah.
now that's where things start to escalate because he might do it to OG. Karl Anthony Towns knows what he's doing and goes and takes him out. So that's where I'm like, let's have a little bit of a basketball conversation. It's funny, but you can't be doing those things. But it's
You know what's interesting is when he was with the Grizzlies for all those years, it was always Dylan Brooks that everyone was.
no, their whole team. That's Dylan
But I'm
Brooks.
saying
was,
I always felt like he got the headline.
Oh, for sure.
'Cause
He's
he
a little
was.
more
So,
he's a little
yeah.
more blatant.
but you also look at him, Dylan Brooks, and then you look at Ja. They're all
Yeah.
little shit starters. You know, then they had the ultimate enforcer and Adams behind him.
So this
right?
isn't something that's just coming
No,
out
this
of.
is their. This
That
is their,
one, one is not funny.
I don't. But
Like that's not funny.
Oh,
but we're starting.
yeah.
But we're starting to see a trend here.
Okay, I'll give you that.
And I love Desmond Bain.
Yeah, I like him too.
I love Desmond Bain. I got no issue with him, but I'm sorry if you like.
Him
I love
playing dodgeball with OG?
Draymond. I love Draymond Green. If he keeps doing things to you, or you keep seeing him, you eventually there's a
You're suspended from Game 5 of the
you're,
NBA
yeah,
Finals.
you're suspended, or you get fined $35,000.
Yeah. Fair.
Fair.
All right, we're moving on because we have some more straight tripping segments. I believe Perk is tapping in. That's probably who I see in the background. But until he gets here, let's move on to our next straight tripping. The Morris twins said on live stream that they used to warn each other about scouting reports. We're gonna play this clip.
Oh Lord.
He like, anything you want to say, like give us some insight on your brother? Mook was like, oh, that's like the illest shit I ever seen. Like, bro, we try and win, but he's still like, that's my brother. Like, I'm not telling y'all niggas nothing.
Bro, it came to bro, like I don't give a fuck. I want to win, but I want bro to play good. So I'm
For
telling
sure.
you, like speaking of that, like that type of shit right there. I'm gonna say this right fucking now. I would find out the scout report, and I'm telling bro, like, listen, they gonna guard you going left, bro. Go right, cause they said you can't go left. I used to
They
be
said
like,
I can't go left. What you mean I can't go left?
that's what they said in the scout report, nigga. They said you can't go left.
Okay, wait, before we dive into this, if they're tripping or not, Kendrick Perkins, good to see you. Welcome. Welcome.
What a big perk.
What's up, y'all?
You okay?
Yeah, I was just listening to that.
Just tapping in, getting the pulse of you. Okay, are they tripping or is this to be expected? I mean, these two were conjoined at the hip inside the womb, came out
I
together.
played with them. This is expected.
This is expected.
This is expected. Nothing. They literally have like FOE tattooed, I think like 3-4 times on their body. They live family over everything.
Oh, okay.
So like that is how they live. If you're cool with them, you love them, you understand. I've seen brothers like Brooke and Robin, you know, Taylor and Blake and all these other brothers I played with, which is actually shocking, kind of a lot.
They tripping. when you competing, I don't give a damn if I'm going against my wife, my mama, my kids. I'm competing to win. If I'm coaching and my son is on another team, I'm yelling and I'm scouting and I'm highlighting all his fucking weaknesses. And when you're competing, that family shit goes out the window for me. Now we could, in between those lines, you know what I'm saying, we go get at it, we go get our feet hot. After that, we go hug, we go be family over everything after we get from between those lines. In between those lines, if we line it up, I gotta take your head off. That's just the competitive nature in me. And I have twins, so I know how twins are and I know how they feel. Like if my daughter goes to the store with me, she's gonna bring back her twin brother something before she bring back her oldest two brothers a damn thing. And it's the same thing with my twin son. He's gonna take care of Zoe. Zoe's gonna take care of Carter. They don't care about nobody else in the house. That's how twins are connected. But now, when they're competing, if I go outside and say, I want y'all to walk down the street, y'all about to race, they go compete, and whoever lose go cry. But they're trying to beat one another. So, I think they tripping.
From a competitive standpoint, as a teammate, they're tripping. From a family standpoint, I would pray that Little Rich and Phoenix would be the exact same way as them.
Mm-hmm.
From a competitive standpoint, like, hey, you telling your brother to Sky Report, we all professionals here, but if you really trying to win, you trying to help us stop your brother, right? But from a family standpoint, I see his standpoint, right? Our job is to stop him. And this is the thing. No one ever questioned either of their competitiveness on the court. Like those dudes, there's no one here, no one that would ever question their level of competitiveness. They were dogs. They played the game the right way. They competed. They challenged. They never backed down. So from both of their standpoints, I don't question their competitiveness at all. But I would hope Little Rich and Phoenix would be just like that. We've all seen a league of their own. No. I'm talking about just like that in the locker room.
And then you would tell your children that they're tripping.
Yeah, and then I would tell them that they're tripping.
Yeah.
And I would give them dap afterwards. We've all seen League of Their Own. League of Their Own. Goes up, Dottie, the two sisters. They're always competing. She goes up to the pitchers. She's like, fastballs. Can't hit them, can't stay off them. Right? To tell about her sister. Her sister's the catcher. And so she goes up to the pitcher and tells her sister what hits she can't hit, what balls she can't, so she tells her because she's trying to win. She's trying to win. So we've seen it in movies, we've seen this. If Lil Rich and Phoenix are sitting right there, I would be proud of them. I fight every single day for them to support each other just like that. Every single day, I fight them. Like, no, don't compete against your brother. Oh, which Lego is better? I like them both 5 years running.
Would you be Marcus and Markeith, or would you be Dottie and
Kip? Oh, my brothers?
Thank you.
With my older brothers, I would be always trying, because I'm the youngest, I would always be trying to beat them. If I had a younger brother, I'd be like the twins. If I was looking out for my younger brother versus my older brothers and me and trying to take them down. Two different sibling dynamics.
What's crazy is I think I was the only one who played with them when they were both on the team. They compete versus each other.
Oh, that's a good insight, yeah.
Like 1-on-1, 2-on-2, like that. But when it's like they're on a different team, like when Marcus, because at the beginning, remember, Markeith was getting more playing time in Phoenix over Marcus in Houston. And then, because Marcus, I think, was going back and forth in the G League. And then when Houston would play Phoenix, Marcus would come and not stay in the hotel, stay with Markeith. And then he ended up, I think, getting traded or something with Goran to Phoenix. And then those two were, they wanted, Markeith should have started over me, but said, hey, I don't want to start. I want to play with my brother so that we can do this in certain games, blah, blah, blah. But like they versus each other or versus like their team, they want to compete. And then versus when they're separated, it's like they're just nullifying each other out. Like everyone else, do your thing.
There's a reason why there's been so many twins in the NBA. There's so many twins that have been in the NBA. And part of it is you're born competing against another high-level player. They would not be, in my opinion, if it was one of them, could he make it to the NBA? Yes. But because he had another pair to compete against each other, You think about the Lopez twins. You think about the Collins twins. You think about the Thompson twins.
Aiden
You think
and
about
Deshaun.
you think about the Thompson twins. You think about the Morris twins. I know that there's more that if we keep going back in history, there's like the Van Arsdale twins. Like there's always been twins and siblings oftentimes because you have a level of competition and you push each other to get better. So that's why there's been so many twins in the NBA. So that competition thing that they're talking about, I don't question their competition. They've been battling against each other every single day, but I'm not going to help you beat my family.
Yeah.
I don't remember Robin ever giving us a scout on Brooke.
Oh, that's our job.
Because Robin was on our team also, and we'd be like, Robin, what can we do? He goes, I don't know. He's a big guy. But like this when Brooke was in Brooklyn.
Robin's funny. He's a big guy.
He's a big guy. But hey, when
been
they
cooking
competed,
me all my life.
Listen, I have never seen. Have you ever seen like Godzilla versus Mothra? Like that's when Brooke and Robin and their other brother, who's like 7'2", also would play one-on-one during the summer. These gigantors would be in there screaming, hitting, elbowing, fucking each other up, and 10 minutes later be absolutely chilled out. Talking about, let's go get something to eat. And I'm like, how in the hell? It's crazy.
Wait. What are the other twins ones in Charlotte and
I'm
Miami?
coming to you
Martin.
next.
Oh,
Caleb Martin.
Dean Martin.
No, Caleb Martin and
Cody.
That's what I'm saying. Think about how many twins have been in the NBA. Oh, Champagne. There's so many of these dudes.
Perk, what do you got?
Just a quick curveball because I was listening to them and it brought me back to a place where I was on the airplane, right? And, y'all probably get approached all the time walking through the airport about, people coming up to you guys about, maybe being fans and talking about, something that you may have said, right? And so I had this older guy come up to me and he said, Perk, man, I love you, man. I love watching you on all your platforms. Now, he's about 72 years old, right? And y'all tell me if y'all ready, if y'all want to have an uncomfortable conversation real quick.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, so he comes up to me and he says, man, I just don't understand a lot of these platforms and these guys who have so much knowledge and every other word come out of their mouth is the N word, right? Is the N word. And so I told him, I said, well, the N word is like, it's part of culture, right? Like it's a saying. He's like, yeah, but I don't know how you feel about it. I ain't have time to discuss that with him. But when listening to the Morris twins, right, and I'm hearing the way that they talk, I'm used to it, right? Like we're used to it. Allie, you used to it. You're in the locker room interviewing players. We know that's the language. I wanted to know, could we have that conversation because it's a real conversation to have.
If that's how you are, if you're being authentic and that's how you live and that's how you communicate, then talk like that. But also you're going to, at a certain point, you got to understand if you want a broader audience, you got to speak broadly at a certain point. Like you can't go on ESPN or Fox, but if this is your platform with fans that you want to view personally, then speak any way you want, cuss and do what you want. But if you want to get a broader audience, you're going to have to speak in a way that speaks to the greater population. Is my only thing. So neither one is wrong. Just depends on how much
your
people
goals
you
are.
want to.
It's all about what your goals are.
Yeah,
It's not about freedom of speech. These guys have spent dozens of years in media training. Everybody knows how to, but if they want to sit down and talk how they want to talk with their buddies and their boys, right? And, that's a part of the culture. That's a different conversation. You listen to the Barstool conversation is different. You listen to the Ringer conversation is different.
Yep.
You listen to a player's podcast is different. You listen to Andrew Schultz podcast is different. You listen to Vlad TV, it's different. Everything is different. Players are off. Everything is different. Players for us, the four of us as national reporters, as people that are on the highest level of people that are dealing in other spaces, we have to have a level of decorum at all times.
Absolutely.
The seats that we all sit in that are very coveted, that everybody wants, that everybody's working to get, we can't be in that space, right? You listen to early road trip, and Allie was having to beep out N-words 900 times, Am I right?
You guys asked for it.
And we asked for
Yeah.
it because we wanted to
Yeah.
speak freely, but we wanted things to be beeped out. And this is the Bron, the Kyrie, the JR. Like, we spoke freely, so we beeped it out because it's like, speak freely, we'll go back and edit. Right? And that's not
Speak freely. Allie will go back and edit.
Yes. but Perk, to answer your question is because that entire group had higher goals, so we wanted to speak freely. I'm not saying, like, you look at Club Shay Shay, one of the biggest podcasts in the world. You look at some of these, you look at Kai Snot and what he taught. Like, there's guys that Drewski, some of the biggest, most successful are people that speak differently, different places, different contexts. So that's what they do here on Road Trippin', because all of the national attention and reporters and the stuff that we the seats that we sit in, we're not able to talk like that. Now, when these mics go off, how all of us talk is very, 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 very different. Right?
But we're still the same humans.
No, we're the same. We're the same humans.
Yeah.
We're the same humans, and we're relaxed. But we can sit here. Like, people have judged us for cussing on the podcast. Yeah. Like, you're right. Am I lying?
Every episode.
Every episode, people get on us about cussing on the episode.
I see the comments.
We're not even talking about, and that's the thing. And that's us being authentic because that's how we talk. Now, we can't start going inward, calling names. No, that's a comedy podcast because they're trying to get an audience. We trying to keep it real.
Let me tell y'all a story, though. So in 2008, right, think about the knuckleheads that we had in that locker room, including myself, right? Me, KG, Eddie House, Bay Area, Tony Allen, Paul Pierce. Y'all know the roster. And so we used to have season ticket holders that would ride the planes with us when we would go like on 2-day road trips or 3-day road trips to 2 cities, right?
Hearing that plane is different.
And so you got to realize, that N-word was thrown around naturally throughout the locker room, on the plane, loud as hell, because you got one table was a big Blu-ray game, a small Blu-ray game. You got a dice game going on in the middle. You got the boom box jamming, right? And so before the season ticket holders was coming on the plane the day before, Doc was like, before film, he's like, hey, look, I got to have a meeting with you guys. And so we like, what's up? He like, hey, look, we got to stop with all this, using this N-word around the facility and on the plane. We got people who go be on the plane. Man, when I tell you everybody in the locker room let Doc have it, Doc was like, he was like, oh, shit. He said, you know what? Y'all do y'all. Y'all do y'all. I'm going to control it. I'm going to handle it. So he had to go have a meeting with Jeff Twist and all those people and the season ticket holders and let them know, like, hey, listen, y'all about to walk onto this plane. Y'all going to hear things, see things. Don't be offended. This is just who they are. It's a great thing. And it was just real. It was like, if you're walking into our sanctuary, then you have to be, you have to
just look.
Perk, it's funny you say that because I always say this. It goes back to my first ever interview process going into being a sideline with the Cavs. It was my first gig in the NBA 15 years ago. And that was part of my 2-hour interview. That was a large part of my 2-hour interview, was you're stepping into a space that's sacred for you guys, that is a trusted space, and you're a part of 70 people when it comes to a traveling party. 70. You walk into a locker room, like understanding the respect level, and it's basically tunnel vision. They're not disrespecting. They are authentically being themselves. This is their comfort, etc. You don't see anything. You don't hear anything. And it was whether or not they could trust me in a space like that. It's a big thing, and it's a real thing.
Well, wait. I got one more for you. We're recording Road Tripping. We're doing this. The reason why the plane episode stopped, go back and watch. We were recording plane episodes.
Boston to Atlanta, 2.5 hours.
Wait. Allie was not allowed in the front of the plane where the players were.
Oh.
She was not allowed. So the players have their segment, then there's like a
trainers.
There's trainers, coaches, and then the media and stuff is in the back. And even though we were recording,
get your ass in the back.
even if we're recording, when we were recording on the plane, we had to go to a different segment because Allie was not allowed to be in the player segment. And it's like media is not allowed. It's not her. And it doesn't matter. We went to the next segment. Bron, Kyrie, Jay, everyone came back there. So it wasn't like, well, if everyone's back here, why don't we just go up there? It's like no media is allowed up there.
To the point where we were kicking out the trainers from their seat.
The trainers were very, very upset. And so we eventually, that was the end of it because players then wanted to respect their space. We couldn't go into their space and record and let them have them stay up listening to us do whatever we do. So then that was the end of the plane recording because the media couldn't come up to our space. We couldn't come back to the trainer space anymore. And that's why
that was the end of road tripping.
That was the end of road tripping on a plane. Because it was like, we're like, oh, well, we can do this. And it's like, no. So like all the players were still coming back to that back area. So even if it made sense, you're like, well, if Bron, Kyrie, JR, and everyone's back here, why don't you guys just record in the front? It's like, no media is allowed in the front.
Allie's not allowed up there.
No, not Allie. No media is allowed up there.
But I was the person.
Yeah, but that's where I'm saying. So that's where it's like people don't understand these hard, firm rules for like, you don't hear anything past this invisible wall. You're not even able to go past this invisible wall. And every team is different. There's little dynamics. But as far as I was concerned, in the media stays back there. So the players had to go back there. And once we started interrupting that vibe, players had to go back, and that was the end of road tripping on a plane.
But can you imagine a season ticket holder getting on the plane, bro, and just seeing and hearing what was going on in the front? Because we were loud. Like, it was just that mode of, you come on this plane, you're not going to sleep.
Y'all are so much in your own world that when we were flying back one trip from Utah and we were landing in wind, it was the crazy. I thought we were going down. I like peek over my chair and
Everyone's
I look up
standing.
to the front, and y'all are just playing cards and music is blaring. I'm like, do they even know what's going on in the outside world? No.
But it's not,
no idea.
Just real spec. Just so you guys know, and I'm a snitch, and I rarely snitch.
Oh.
Right, rarely snitch. Because he's my guy. Rod Thorn, he drafted me, he drafted Michael Jordan, legend, same tier of player. But he was the GM, he worked at the NBA, I think he was the assistant commissioner under David Stern. He had all the jobs, he's in the Hall of Fame, one of the smartest people I know in the game of basketball. He would come play cards with us all the time. His thing was, that's how he got to know the players and but he would come and he had the worst attitude of all time. He would lose and Jay Kidd would be kicking me underneath the table and he would be like, the motherfucker can't hit a fucking shot and wants to get 9 fucking straight fucking flushes. Piece of shit. No fucking good. That's how he was. And he was West Virginia. He's from West Virginia. Him and Jerry West, best friend, West Virginia guy, greatest man ever. But when he started competing, he turned into the funniest sailor you ever heard. So we would almost be teaming up against them just to mess with him. Not on some Chauncey Billups stuff, not like that. But just being like cracking jokes and elbowing. It's like, look.
That's actually genius of him. It's very empowering.
No, it is. But then Jock Vaughn, shout out Jock Vaughn. Jock Vaughn, we're like, Jock, why aren't you coming up and playing with us anymore? He's like, man, I just can't have the GM calling me all sorts of motherfuckers and shit. And then like, I got to go out and play. It's like, I got to keep that distance. Cause it's like, cause he's one of the guys. Rod Thorn was one of the guys. He played cards for the whole time I was there. Mm-hmm. Every road trip he would play, unless we were playing bad. And then he would be like, I can't play with you guys.
This is storytelling. This is road tripping. I appreciate that insight. How that went from the Morris Twins to where we are. Thanks for having the uncomfortable conversation, beginning all of that. Kendrick Perkins. I will say, speaking of the sailor, cussing like a sailor and everyone in our comments, even my father calls me and is like, Allie, clean it up. Clean it up.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what my response is sometimes? Sometimes it just feels fucking good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My parents are Christian missionaries. You think they listen to this shit? No.
They know better. KYP.
They know better.
Having said. Doesn't it hurt? Sometimes you just gotta get it out. Okay, moving on. One more straight trippin'. I don't know if you guys saw this. Nightcap challenged Club 520, which is Jeff Teague's podcast, to 3-on-3, and then opened up the challenge to include all of the podcasts. Okay? So my question is, what pod has the best big 3 in a 3-on-3 hoops tournament? Club 520, The Pivot, Nightcap, Mind the Game with LeBron and Nash, D-Wade, Darrell Wright, Chris Johnson, Pat Bev, Jason Williams, Gil's Arena, All the Smoke, us. Who you taking? Can Road Trippin' win it all?
I'm talking the only whoever's got a non-retired player. Whoever's got a non-retired player is going to win. Because I see about 80 years of experience. Jay Will, Gil's Arena. Gil got a bad. He is about a week away from a knee replacement. The way he limping
Really?
around. I don't know. It looks like it.
Hopefully it
And
gets
Yeah.
interesting.
There's no way. There's no way.
Oh, roommates? Yeah, roommates
Shannon Sharp
wins.
with those
Yeah, the
kids.
roommates pod.
Roommates win. It's not even like
Jalen and Josh?
Yeah. Hey, can we give a shout out though, real quick? Speaking of other pods, Club
Yeah.
Club 520, right? They just signed that shoe deal. Is that what they did? Is it 520?
Yeah.
Is it 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to them, man. That's awesome.
What are we
That's
shouting out?
We're shouting out that they just signed a licensing deal for their own shoe. So
Oh, cool.
so they have their own podcast. They're creating a shoe. It's gonna be their shoe, whatever. That's awesome. So shout out, changing the podcast game. Respect. Just want to give them love because we already know who's gonna win. Roommates. That's pretty much it. We don't have a chance of that shit.
Mine.
But they only got 2 though.
Yeah,
Man,
but have you seen
Yeah.
Channing?
Man,
I play basketball more than you do, Richard.
Man, who guarding me?
You,
Man, throw
you.
it up here.
He's talking like he's
Josh
Shaq.
Hart? Man, you tripping, RJ. We taking that shit.
Josh, I did not say that. I would
Now,
love to
we
see Josh
talking
Hart
about-
and Perk.
Shoot.
I
Yeah.
told you, it's no rules. It's no rules. It's no referees. Elbows to the nose, mouth, all that. Same thing I do to my kids in the driveway. That's what exactly will be.
I'll be
in
the
this
I'll be the
real-
rational one here, saying shout out to roommates.
I actually
want
wanna-
NBA point guard. Yeah.
I want to dive into something that Channing just said.
What?
She said, "Have you seen Channing?" Channing goes, "Bro, I still hoop."
Yeah, I'm back playing. I play more than
What's the
Richard, though. When's the
scouting
last
report?
time you shot?
What's the scouting report on you wherever you hoop right now?
Man, listen. Run. I had a nice jog for about an hour and 20 minutes. It's good. I move around. We're getting my feet right. Dude, but I just don't want to. Dude, I'm terrified of hurting my Achilles.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, I wish you the best in all your
Thank you, Richard.
workout.
Thank you. Thank you, Richard. Next.
We're road running.
If
We
I
are
say
running
anything,
away
if
from
I
that
say anything,
conversation.
then I'm
No, Richard,
Oh,
Richard
stop
be
it.
saying too
God,
much.
you're
Richard
so
sometimes be saying he's so
sensitive.
sensitive. Double
people,
standard.
People get mad.
Double standard.
You know.
So sensitive.
Yeah.
Perk's like, give me the rock.
Get out of here.
A lot of touching going on. All right, road running. Knicks playing the Raptors tonight. NBA Cup quarterfinal. It's the knockout round. Speaking of throwing elbows, the Knicks 16-7. They're on a 3-game winning streak and they're second in the East. Are they the best matchup for OKC in the NBA Cup championship? Could you see this being the final
Knicks
matchup? Knicks
versus-
OKC.
That's what's gonna happen. Well, I mean, look. Here's the thing.
I already booked
No
my
one
direct.
is a good matchup for Oklahoma City Thunder.
I
Let me make that clear.
yeah.
Right? No one is a good matchup for them, right? They're trying to win everything. They're trying to win. They might go 80-2.
I mean,
They might go 80-2.
The Thunder?
Yeah, I said it, Richard. You know what?
I'm cool with that.
And this a real thing. And I mean this with every big bone in my body.
it's a lot of bones.
That 73-9 record that Golden State got, OKC beating that this year.
I think
Hands
so.
down. I know. Hey, look,
There's a
shouldn't be
weird-
going.
there's a weird
They're not
focus.
trying to go for it.
There's
They're
a-
just that damn dominant.
I
They're
think
beating
that,
that recognition.
I think they trying to go for it, bro. I think it's this is what I'm saying. Not trying to go for it.
I think they are, yeah.
I think there's an unspoken belief that they are that good, that they believe that they should be. They believe that they are one of the greatest teams, and they play like that. And you know, there's great teams play together. Special teams play for each other. Those dudes play for each other. Every roll down the line is locked in. There's guys that don't play in a series. There's guys that won't play in the first half. All of them accept the role. From what we
Rich,
can
what was that ball
visibly
you
see.
just dropped? What was that you just said? That was a bar.
What?
Good, great teams. What?
Oh, great teams play together. Elite teams, different teams, special teams, they play for each other. You can steal it. This is what I'm saying. But that's really the difference. Those dudes look like they're playing for each other.
Yeah.
And to watch Mitchell, they have so many new guys and healthy guys. To me, I think their belief is not so much we're going to go for the record. Their belief is that if we play to our capability, we'll beat it anyway. That's the way they're playing. They're like, oh, we're not worried about the record. We're worried about playing at our level. If we play at our level, everything else will be taken care of, including that record.
2-1?
23-1.
23-1. 23-1.
I also think they're not afraid certain games to be like, oh, that's the matchup that's going to win us the game. Here you go. Like guys like Wiggins or guys like Chet or guys like, they're like, okay, I'm the matchup right now for a quarter. They switch, okay, you go, but I'm ready. Like the fact that they believe in each other like that so much, and then somebody comes off the bench, you like, oh, well, he only had 10 points last game and he goes off for 27 because they're like, this is, your skill set is what's going to make us win this game. You just got to make shots and play defense.
And it's almost like it's a bunch of caged dogs drooling at the mouth because, you know, you may have a guy like Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe that might not get minutes on the Monday night, right?
Yeah.
But they know on this Wednesday game that they go get their opportunity and they just waiting to be uncaged. And then all of a sudden they come out. Like the other night I went back, I didn't watch the game because I saw that they was playing Utah. I was like, oh, that's going to be a blowout. Didn't know SGA didn't play. And they still smoked them by 30. Matter of fact, I think that's when probably, you know, Coach Will Hardy went on this rant about playing hard. Think about this for a second. Oklahoma City, when you finish playing them, they make you have a reality check.
A team meeting?
Think about, no, seriously, real talk. Think about what happened with Golden State. That when Golden State got smacked by them, boy, they got to calling each other out in the media. The Lakers get smacked, what happened with them? It was an accountability moment. Everybody who faces Oklahoma City, they walk out of there and they
Needing
be
a come
like,
to Jesus
man,
moment.
we got a long ways to go.
Hey, you know, listen, remember when you were a kid, you used to get that whooping, you used to be in the room contemplating life? That's what happened. They just take the belt off and they be whooping. You be sitting there like...
This is what I would say. We watched, shout out Warriors, Luke. They started off 24-0 with Luke as a head coach and Steve supporting. Steve was at most of the games, so he just couldn't do all the work.
He hurt his back.
His back was all messed up. So a lot of times Steve would be in the locker room, do the speeches and stuff. But they started off 24-0. The way they were doing it with all the threes and the explosion, it was just like, oh, you can't keep up to. And these dudes were the defending champion. I've said it year and year and year after year. When you win the championship, you come back the next year better. The Warriors won their first championship, come back and go 73. Right? You we won the championship, we came back even better. The problem is they added Kevin Durant, and we didn't come back that much better. So it's like you're better the year after you win a championship. You're more focused. Even going to the finals, we went to the finals my rookie year. The next year, we went 10 in a row in the postseason. Indiana, they go to the conference finals. Next year, they go to the NBA finals. Right? So teams are better that next year after success. It's shown through basketball history because there's a confidence, there's an arrogance. You win a game 7, you think anybody gives a damn about a 5-point game in December? They're calm as calm can be. They're executing their stuff. There's no rattle. There's no moment was too big.
We had a chance with Mark Dagnall last Friday before the game to chat with him, and we were talking just about how, from the outside looking in, impressive they look. And his line to us was, as impressive as you guys think they look from the outside, if you spent time with them every single day, you would be more impressed.
They don't even drink.
They
don't even drink.
Yeah.
Like
That's
J-Dub and these guys were like, yeah, I've never drank alcohol before. Meanwhile, like JR telling stories about him going from college to high school or from high school straight to league and drinking with, I'm saying it's like the culture of the league has changed. Right? It used to be
that team.
Someone else became an NBA
different.
champion.
No, I know.
Shout out
Say. The culture of the league is changing again, from the training to the workouts. Then you get this group of dudes that are it's not about the party. It's not about anything else. It's just about.
This generation is all about their skincare and getting to bed by 8:30 p.m., 12 hours of sleep at night. I'm here for it. We have a couple of new contenders in the podcast space. I don't know if you guys saw this. It's called Game Over with Rich Paul and Max Kellerman that is launched. Rich Paul. Yeah.
Shout out Muhammad Max.
Is that something you guys called him at ESPN?
Yeah.
Muhammad Max?
Yeah.
Is there a story there?
Max
That's
Ali.
what he called it. So.
Max Ali.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
fun. All right. Rich Paul said in a recent interview that he, quote, personally doesn't think the Lakers are good enough to be contenders. He said, quote, not right now. I don't think they have enough to get to the Western Conference Finals. He also said that LeBron is not going anywhere. What do you guys think about Rich Paul saying the Lakers are not contenders this season?
I think OKC and Houston are probably the two I would say are for sure contenders. And in that next tier, I would probably have the Lakers, but I still think they're great, but I think at times they're missing that extra oomph. And like, yes, do I believe in Austin? Do I believe in Braun? Do I believe in Luka? For sure. The rest of the guys, I'm like, are you going to be able to step up when necessary? And they've been on and off this year. But again, that's why he probably said this too early. And then they're just, I don't know. I haven't been like crazy wet. No offense. I haven't been crazy like, oh man, this team looks amazing.
I also wonder too, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, if this just plays a different level because it's Rich Paul.
They're a very, very good team. But it's like we're talking about they're in a conference with maybe a historic team. So you better be, if you're going to beat an historic team, you better be elite. And they're right now, they're very good. They're not elite. Houston looks like they could be an elite team. Denver looks like they have the talent. Jamal Murray's playing at a high level. Jokic is Jokic. So they look like they have the potential to be a great, like, elite. Right now, there's two teams that are kind of separating themselves, in my opinion, from their defense, their consistency. And that's, Houston's up there. OKC is far better than any other team in this league. Everyone in both conferences is looking up to them. They're the defending champions and they're 22, 23, and 1.
Yeah.
Everybody, it's them and everybody else. So,
as a devil's advocate, but to say like maybe the Lakers are, because the West is not as good as we thought it would be this year.
There are teams that have not matched
like the Clippers are buns, right? San Antonio's not. I mean, with Wemby being hurt, not as good. Minnesota,
Clippers,
not being as good. I said Clippers. Golden State's been
Perk
going
has
through
different
struggles.
feelings here.
The West is not as the West. We thought the West would be absolutely dominant. We were like, oh, the Clippers are going to be good. The San Antonio's going to make a jump. Minnesota's going to be good. Like they're not as out the gate impressive as I thought they would be.
Perk, thoughts on the podcast and that comment from Channing?
Well, one, I think Channing is tripping. And that's the first thing. I was just looking at the Spurs are 5th in the Western Conference, bro. They 16-7. Staying afloat. Do I think, here's the thing. The question is are the Lakers legit title contenders? I would say yes. Do I think they're going to win the West? No, because they have that dominant team in Oklahoma City in that conference. They would beat any team in the Eastern Conference if they was to meet up with them in the championship in the 7-game
But
series.
they're not.
The problem is that OKC is standing there. Do I think the Lakers could beat Denver in the 7-game series? Absolutely. I believe they can. Do I think they could beat the Rockets in the 7-game series? Damn right I think they can. It would be tough. So I'm not sitting up here saying that they're not. The problem is that they have every team in the West has run into this OKC problem that's going to be here for a while. And so that's the measuring stick. When it comes to Rich Paul and his podcast, I'm glad he got a podcast so he could start talking and quit texting my phone. That's what I am glad about. I'm glad he got a podcast so he could say it and stop texting my phone. Now I'm just playing Rich, my guy. But again, man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy to see Max Kellerman back. You know what I'm saying? Despite what happened with Max, man, Max has always been a good friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? I've never had any type of bad energy or nothing with Max Kellerman. I actually like the man a lot. I think he's one of the best in the business, especially when it comes to boxing. And again, Max has a different personality. I think that's a pretty nice combination. Rich Paul and Max Kellerman.
How about you text Rich, tell him to come on Road Trippin'. You'll go on Game Over, and then come on the Richard Show, Rich, and then Rich will go on Game Over. KYP, way to do your job, Allie.
Show. We just signed our deal.
Allie, I got dizzy. I got dizzy. What you telling me?
Yeah.
Story of my life.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers to the Richard Show.
Cheers to the Richard Show.
Getting licensed.
We just signed our NBA licensing deal. So we got.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
Enthusiasm.
Congratulations, boy.
No, we're really excited. We just signed our licensing deal. So Road Trippin' to the Moon, Richard Show presented by Road Tripping. New episode dropping, I think in a day or two. I'm not sure. There's been a lot of paperwork going on, a lot of behind the scenes work, but we'll have NBA footage. I believe the Richard Show is gonna be on the NBA app, NBA TV, NBA.com. So yes, here's the press release. Richard Show signed with the NBA. We're really excited to support the league, the players, show the players in a fun way. And you'll be seeing it on the app. You'll be seeing it on NBA.com. You'll be seeing it on NBA TV. So for all the people that got tired of seeing my face in 2005, 25, 45, and 65, you're going to keep seeing it.
Yeah.
Wow. He got on his knees for you. Shout out. Pause. Shout out. Congratulations. You know what? He's also... You are fucking wild. Guess what else is giving us some NBA footage? We're going to get to this segment, and I believe it's going to be really fun. So I hope you all buckle up and pay attention. It's our Road Rules segment. We got another Road Rules clip to break down. Seems like one of these goes viral every week, and the public is always split on what is legal and what is not. And that's why we're here to help. Actually, Richard's here to help. All right, this move by Grayson Allen last night. Is it a travel? We're going to watch the clip first.
Gather, 1, 2.
Slid.
Picked
it up.
Yes, it's a travel.
One.
It's okay. Listen, the footwork, let me be clear. The footwork isn't bad. Was it a travel? Yes, because the foot slid. But if you look at the footwork, you could do this footwork and not travel.
Richard, how? He has two hands on the ball.
No, okay. What I'm saying is you could do this footwork if he's gathering 1, 2.
No.
I know. I'm saying you're right.
I'll let you go.
Let me say this. Watch. If he's gathering and into a 1, 2, once the hand touches the ball, he touched the ball early. I'm talking about the footwork, not this play.
Okay.
This play is a travel.
We agree.
Play is a travel.
Okay.
The footwork is if he goes 1, 2 into the gather,
right.
You're allowed. Now, after you gather, you're allowed 2 steps.
Right.
You know, the 2.5 bullshit, whatever, 3. You're allowed. So just like dribble, 1, 2, bring it back, the James Harden step back. After you gather it, you're allowed 1, 2. Because what if the guy pressures you? Are you allowed to pivot? So if I go like this, gather and come and hop, the guy pressures me, I can't move either pivot foot. I'm still allowed to have a pivot foot even if I'm in on both feet. Even if I hop step, I'm still allowed to pivot. So he gets the pivot off of that and shoot the ball. Was that a travel? Yes.
We're saying that's a travel.
But the footwork was correct and elite. The footwork is what I'm telling people is coming.
That wasn't a travel. That was a fucking vacation.
Yeah. No.
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
So
That was
the
a
issue
damn
is he
vacation.
put 2 hands on the ball. So imagine he put 2 hands on the ball, the basketball, early. But like imagine you're going on a fast break and he's going straight forward. I can't go like this, 1, 2, and then do another step through. You can't do that.
Agreed.
Okay, so this is what we're
So this
saying
was a travel,
Yes,
but the footwork.
If he had done like Steph and James
And do that and
carried
come-
it, and then the minute that won, then he could
do that.
Okay.
So you're saying, just to be clear,
In theory.
that play is a travel, but the footwork can be executed just like that in a legal way.
Correct.
So that's where we're talking
That
about.
was a
That footwork is
fatty
coming to
travel.
the NBA. We saw it with Ace Bailey. We see it with LaMelo Ball. We're seeing it with Grayson Allen. This footwork is coming to the NBA. Just like the D-cell stop, just like the Euro step, this is coming. this workout is coming and it sucks.
I don't know if you guys will be able.
It's only travel and because of when he put his hand on the ball. When he put his hand on the ball.
The slide is one thing, and he put his hands on the basketball
Watch
way
this,
too
watch
early.
this.
Right here.
Right
1,
there.
2.
That's his hands on the ball too early.
Yep.
If his
3.
hand, like Giannis, was still off the ball while he did that, then he would be allowed.
Did they call it travel?
No.
Oh, Lord. Also,
But that's what I'm saying.
how about the Suns are balling this year, though?
I got the Suns at OKC for the NBA Cup tomorrow night. Actually, how about this? I don't know if you guys can see it on the comment section, but that airplane is a pretty good
travel.
gif of what is happening.
People are getting the imagination is coming back to basketball. It's awesome.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. The
I think it's
footwork
awesome.
that these kids are going to be able to do. If you're watching this right now, if young kids are watching Ace Bailey do all these things and they're watching this, what is going to happen in 7 years when the next generation sees that? They go to the park and they're playing with their buddies for hours with this creative stuff. some of the shot making
McQueen?
ability.
This goes back to what I was
Oh.
what I was listening to. I think it was Steph on Mind the Game. Remember, I was sharing with you as a young kid, he was never once forced to go to the gym. He always just wanted to go, the desire there. But also, he's like, when you spend so much time in the gym, your mind, just your imagination. I think that's like the coolest part that we don't get to see or talk about enough. And then you're talking about all the footwork and what we're seeing and the imagination part. The fact that peers are literally seeing a play happen and then going and practicing it.
Yes.
And then they're
That's what we would do. We would go home.
Cool.
It was the same thing. You would see Michael Jordan hit a game winner and you would go and practice a fadeaway. And then you would do that. And then it would be like, 3, 2, 1.
How many times did you do the right hand and then in the lane
left
and try to
hand
reverse?
hook?
Yeah.
Now you realize how
hard it was, but it was also still, it was more of like seeing something and doing it. When kids are just doing cones and training and drill, there's no space for imagination. Basketball is a beautiful game because the creativity leads to success.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a robot in basketball, you will never be good.
Which is why you guys will never get beat by the robot that's about to
Do you
be
know
installed.
what? Last thing I'll say, the rookie, I think Derrick, right?
Yeah.
McQueen?
Derrick
yeah.
Queen.
Yeah,
Derrick
Derrick Queen. McQueen. Derrick Queen. He is a glimmer, like an amazing glimmer of hope because he has that outside basketball hooper like game. So like, Sengun, you can't or Jokic, right? You can't practice being a Jokic or a Sengun or a Queen and they're having success.
Do you know how
They
bad
just
we
play.
needed him? Do you know how bad we needed a Queen? You know how bad we needed him? I bet you if he keeps playing like this, he could be on the Olympic team as one of the bigs.
Oh, he would kill on the Olympic team.
I'm trying to
He's
tell
a
y'all.
basketball player.
That's how bad
but
we
he
need
can't jump
a big.
over a credit card.
It don't matter.
But the
Neither can
dude be getting
Jokic.
buckets.
Neither could Jokic. Neither could Sabonis. There's a lot of bigs that couldn't do it. Neither could Zach Randolph.
Right.
A lot of dudes can't. But that's what I'm saying. His
His
game is so important. If he continues to progress, he literally could be the big on the USA team or one of the bigs invited for the USA Select. Because what he brings, we need so bad on USA basketball. So bad.
Perk, I'm going to give you the final word on this.
And
We're
he-
moving on because you like this kid.
And he won it. And we need to have we got to get out the apologies. You know what I'm saying? The apologies so people can sign because they called Joe Dumars everything but a child of God when he traded away that pick for this upcoming draft to get up to go get Derrick Queen because people don't realize how special this young man is. First of all, do you realize him and Cooper Flagg played on the same team last year? 2 years ago in high school. They were on the same squad. It's a lot of talented players that came in this year's draft. When it comes to putting the ball in the basket, he is the most skilled out of all those guys. Ace Bailey, Cooper Flagg, all those guys. When you talk about mentioning Sengun and Jokic, this guy, the Pelicans need to trade Zion tomorrow.
For what?
Get Zion.
Two buttons and a fart?
It don't matter for what. I'm serious, man. The Pelicans need to trade Zion Williamson ASAP, hand over the keys to Derrick Queen and the kid
Trey Murphy.
Fears.
And Trey
because
Murphy.
he's been balling as well.
Shout out
And
Trey.
go ahead and let those two continue to grow throughout the course of the season. I just went to the game the other day down there in New Orleans. By the way, the hospitality was great. They treated us well. But I will say this, the fan base, they are fired up about those two young guys. And just continue to let them grow. That kid is special. That kid is going to be something special. He's giving me those Jokic, Sengun type vibes. And I'm talking about Derrick Queen.
And Jokic had the same sentiments echoed back to him, actually, saying, don't
'Cause he
compare
gave
him to
Jokic
me.
30.
Don't compare him to
Well,
me.
Jokic don't
He's
play
good enough
defense.
to
We
have
already
his own story.
established this.
All right, guys, we're going to, Perk. We're going to take a quick detour before we then get some predictions and wrap this thing up. We're going to talk some finances because I did just see this from OBJ recently struck some conversation that also happened with Swish on Mello's podcast. I want you to take a listen to what OBJ had to say about $100 million as it relates to being enough for a lifetime.
Bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. That's 12 a year, that you have to spend, use, save, invest, flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna get my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really $40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, you know? And now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting $8 million. Can you make that last forever?
Thoughts? We have seen others. We have seen others talk about financial struggles. An example is Sebastian Telfair, who hails from Coney Island in Brooklyn, revealed in a recent documentary that he moved back to the projects where he grew up due to poor money management. Thoughts?
What? He made awful decisions.
Okay,
no,
so
but no, he made probably with very little financial literacy, financial education, listening to people, and because when you get drafted out of high school at 18, 19 years old, you come from the projects. And you probably, if you include Adidas and all that stuff, he made a ton of money.
Okay.
Right? Stand by it. But he still has no financial literacy.
Okay.
Like, I didn't have it at 21, and I went to Arizona for 3 years. So I'm saying, yes, he made bad financial decisions.
No, he made bad life decisions.
I'm not disputing any of that. I'm just, okay, let's take him out of it.
In general.
In general.
Okay.
This is what he was talking about. And people don't understand this. If you want to live off of $500,000 when you retire, if you want to live off of $500,000 a year to spend, right? You have to have $10 million in the bank. If you want to live off of $1 million, like when I retire, I have $1 million to spend and I'm never worried. You have to have $20 million in the bank, because $20 million in the bank will bring you an, 7-8% return. That means that you basically have, around, 600,000. If you've got 10 million in the bank, you get to live off of 600,000 and not touch your base. That's a lot of money you got to get saved. And if you're talking about guys that are spending 2-3 million a year and then that stops because you got homes, you got cars, you this, you got to have $40-50 million in the bank, to live off of. You got to have $40 million in the bank if you want to live off of $2 million a year. Conservatively, 5% return, like that's it. So when you're talking to these guys and it's like, hey, if you're preparing for retirement, your bills you're spending $3 million a year. Yes, you're making 8, but you're spending 3. Okay, whatever. End of the day, if you don't have 30 million in the bank, you can't spend more than 1.5, because then it keeps going down. Your base keeps going down and then you end up having less. So 30 million in the bank, conservatively gives you about 1.5 million to spend and live off of. For guys that are making 20 million a year, bringing home 10, spending 4, right? Yeah, that looks good, but then it stops. And so that's what people don't understand, how much money you have to have in the bank to live off of that percentage. That's something that I learned when I was 30 and I went through my own financial issues. Guy went to jail for multiple years for stealing $20 million. I made $100 million in my basketball career. I'm doing okay. And I made mistakes. And I had somebody take 20-something million dollars away from me. Stole.
But you're also, Richard, you're also working. It's hard. It is hard after a certain point to
why do you think I keep working?
$4 million a year, Richard. Like, when we're young, I totally get it. Buy your mom a house. Get these cars. After a certain age, in all honesty, you have to be blatantly unaware to spend millions of dollars every single year.
Or you have someone stealing from you, or you have there's a lot of that goes on.
Yes, I totally.
Channing,
yes.
Stop, bro. Stop, bro.
Thank you.
What? It's not hard. It's hard to spend that much money a year.
No, bro. Like, listen. Every fucking player, damn near 80% of the players come from similar backgrounds. And that means that they come from shit. Nothing. My grandmother, my grandfather made a total, probably a month, of $500 fucking dollars in our household. $500, bro. And there's plenty of other guys that come from nothing. You come from nothing to all of a sudden get access to touch millions of dollars. All right, and then you got to take care of not only you, but then you take care of everybody else. Because when you make it, we make it. And when you look at a Sebastian Telfair situation, I'm not going to sit up here and say that everything I played with Sebastian.
So did I.
Good friend of mine. I know him well. Do I agree with some of the things he's done? in his career? Absolutely not. Did he take care of a lot of people? Fuck yeah, he did. Just like I did, just like Richard did. And it's a problem in entirely because as an 18-year-old coming from Beaumont, Texas, right, going into the league, you go to all these pre-draft camps and they have these vultures that are out there. Financial advisors, Richard, people that stole money from you, damn it, financial advisors that stole money from me. And so when we sitting up here and we talking about these things, bro, this shit is real. So yes, somebody could spend $2 or $3 million in a damn year because they're taking care of stuff.
I'm not saying the first couple of years. That's what I'm saying. What I am saying is after a certain amount of time,
but some guys get. We're talking about 5 year, 100 million.
5 year, 100 million.
Well, let's talk about
5 year, 100 million. After 5 years, you should have your shit set up.
Let's say
90%. Everybody's not Steven Adams.
But that's what I'm saying. No. Wait.
Steven Adams got 18 brothers and sisters.
And I say that respectfully because you see the post of Steven Adams. When you see Steven Adams and he show his little apartment in Houston, he showed that he's living way, way below his means, right? He's not doing nothing to mess up no cash. What I'm telling you is with the power of social media, when you have a guy like Floyd Mayweather who will post every single day his jet, he will post that he just pulled out $2 million in cash, right? People who are influenced, we're talking about athletes in NBA YoungBoy, and I'm not blaming them. It's the power of social media that I'm trying to explain to y'all that people want to live this certain lifestyle. Right. As we're older now, so yeah, we know. We know now that we're older, but guys that's playing in the league, they don't give a shit. They probably not even watching
Wait, really quickly. We didn't have social media and people were still trying to be like Jay-Z. They were still trying to be like everybody back in the day. But let me say this, 2 things that I think. You're talking about youth and you're talking about money. Look at what happens to child stars in Hollywood. Look at what happened to people that become super, super famous when they are young. Also, there's another thing that people should look up. It's called the curse of the lottery. People that win the lottery and they get this money at 30, 40, 50 years old, and all of a sudden all these chaos, because they just don't know how to manage it, and all these people come out. That's why you're allowed to win the lottery anonymously. That's why you're allowed to take a lump sum or have it paid out over your life, because they recognize that there has been pitfalls with this.
70% of people win the lottery go broke.
Exactly. So an NBA player's winning the lottery. You don't know if it's going to be 5 years, 20 years. How many child stars are broke in Hollywood? How many times where are they now stars as kids? My parents used all my money. I was on the biggest show on Disney or on television, and all of a sudden I'm 40 years old and I don't have any money. And it's like, why don't you have any money? Child stars, winning the lottery, sports is all of that combined. That's all it is.
Good conversation. Wow.
Wait, I want to ask you.
What's up?
I don't have own a lot of property.
No, wait. This not, but no, but this is, I think this is a good, like your parents were, your dad was a teacher, lifetime. Like, no, I'm saying, wasn't he? He was a teacher and a coach and principal and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, your success that you've had on television, whether you have been fortunate financially or they have like family members or friends.
The hell, they got a lake house.
No,
what are you talking about?
I will not be able to ever live anonymously because of this big fucker. Yes, what's your question, Rick?
They don't know where that's at. You can live in Minnesota, 10,000 lakes.
No, I was just more talking about coming from a different financial position and people recognizing or expecting that you have more. We all deal with it in different levels, right? Like you're on television, people are like, oh, she probably makes millions of dollars. And you know what I'm saying? They're still like, hey guys, no, I work very, very hard. And yes, I might make more than a teacher or a principal, but I still have to make sure that this money lasts me for the rest of my life.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying.
No matter what the X amount is, everything that goes into living is
but
the
you
same.
also like working. And that's another thing.
Like
We're saying if you stop working after that 100 million.
At the same rate, though, people also think that what I do is all just glamorous and fun.
Yeah.
So it's the same thinking and processing. You know, that's when they come up to you and they're like, I want to be what you are. And do I get to meet him when I go in the locker room? Can I come shadow you? And then the second they don't even get that opportunity because you see X, Y, and Z leads to said opportunities. And they're like, oh, the same for me.
Yeah.
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 It's all the same understanding. I just don't make millions of dollars, which is why I'm over
No,
here.
but I'm saying you do like Allie.
What is
if
that?
You,
What is that?
we're not. I don't know your exact salary, but I would say that you are probably in the 5% in America. If you look at overall national space, you are done really, really well, and you've worked hard for yourself. But the idea of what people expectations are, right? That pulls on you. That pulled on you from back home. That pulled on me from back home.
Yeah.
You're from a conservative small town in the Midwest. People probably look at you as like, oh, you have everything, and you're this
Because she has electricity?
Yeah.
If y'all only knew. Y'all only knew. All right, we're going to hit the exit ramp.
Water?
Channing, shut up. There were some times we didn't. Before we hit the exit ramp, let's get some predictions. Let's be quick with this. Who's going to be a first-time All-Star this year in your guys' mind? Austin Reeves, Desmond Bain, Jamal Murray, Denny Advia.
I think there's a lot of
Austin
first-time
Reeves,
All-Stars.
Jamal Murray, Jalen Johnson, Desmond Bain.
Okay, well, that's not possible.
What?
They're not all going to be All-Stars. So which one would you choose?
I'm
Two of
gonna
them
say
are in the West,
Austin
two of
Reeves
them are
and
in the
Jamal
East.
Murray. I don't think Advia.
Denny
I think
Advia will win.
Jalen Duren is going to be a first-time All-Star.
Yep.
Okay.
I got to see what's Atlanta's record right now.
You're good.
Jalen Johnson, all-star.
He balling this year.
Jalen Johnson? Austin Reeves?
You
Austin
keep
Reeves,
saying
for
that,
sure.
bro. You keep saying
Austin
that.
Reeves?
Allie, who was...
Also,
Let's not forget how the teams are made.
Can I pat myself on the back?
For
Yeah.
That was my early preseason prediction. That
I know
Austin
it was.
Reeves was going to be a first-time All-Star.
Way to go off
And
on a
damn
limb.
he is.
Okay? Way to go off on a limb.
Hey, listen, that kid, Jalen Johnson, I knew he was athletic. I
He's a
didn't know he
monster.
was that good of a basketball player.
He's a monster.
He is a monster. The Hawks got them one.
Can I ask a
Jesus
question
Christ.
about the Chicago Bulls?
No, not on this podcast.
It'll be quick. It'll
Okay.
be quick.
Okay.
Why is it that we don't talk about their organization when the Bulls are like one of the most storied franchises over the last 30, 40
Are
years?
they on the litmus test?
And they consistently are the most awful team in basketball every fucking year. How do you start off the season, what were they, like 7-1, and now they're like 500 again?
Shot clock, 24 seconds. Rich, answer the question.
Maybe there's things that are going on in Chicago we don't know about.
We'll dive into that next week. I want to remind you all,
Thursday, right?
Oh, yeah, I apologize. We'll dive into that on Thursday. Thank you, Perk. You'll be here in studio. Use the code ROADTRIPPIN10 to get 10% off your chosen family wines. Remember, like, subscribe, do all the things. We love you. We're excited about where Road Trippin is growing, so hang with us. As well as we want to give a shout out our producer, Christian. His birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday to you, my friend.
Yeah, happy birthday.
I'm sure he's excited about that. It all just
Fuck
clicked.
up, boy.
Go check out The Richard Show, Road Trippin. We love you.